All right, so apparently AI is out here taking jobs already. So this should be fun. This video goes, AI took my job, my wife, and my dignity. No, I'm just kidding. It goes, AI took my job. Here's what I'm doing next. I would full screen the guy, but he's like really in your face. He's like, BAM! So we're gonna keep him side by side here. Anyways,
I just got laid off from my writing job, and I wanted to make this video to just warn everybody about what's coming and what they can expect to see, even if you don't work a similar job to me. I was a writer for a local news site, and I was getting paid pretty decently well. I wasn't like rich, but it definitely like paid the bills. And I just got out of a meeting where I was told that I would no longer be needed, or that my services would no longer be needed. Um, and they didn't give me the exact reasoning. They were really vague about it at first, but I asked some of my old coworkers about what happened, and they said it's because they started implementing new AI services. And at first, I was like, that's really weird because I feel like most people would be able to tell it's AI, like they wouldn't want to read it. But after looking through some of the stuff they've already generated, I realized that damn, they're kind of right. Like it's a lot cheaper and faster to have AI generate something for you than to pay me to go write stuff for you. And it made me realize I'm kind of lucky actually. I got to experience this like first, which it sounds weird to be like, oh, that's lucky, but
he goes. I'm lucky. I got to experience this first. But you know what's crazy? Anytime I type in anything on Google, right? It'll say AI generated, or usually it does. So like right here, oh, it actually doesn't say it. Oh, it's like in my neighborhood here. But I typed in, I was like, what jobs are going to be replaced by AI? Usually right here it says AI generated. And it's usually pretty good. I'm sure this is AI generated. And it goes, jobs that are most likely to be automated by 2030 will include cashiers. Yeah, it's already basically halfway happened. Telemarketers. Oh, forget it, dude. You get those calls and it's like, beep in the beginning. It's like, beep. Hello. I don't know who they're fooling. Data entry clerks. Who even wants to do that job? I guess you need money. Customer service agents. Oh my God. I was on the phone with eBay recently. Nightmare. Advances in AI's data analysis and decision making capabilities could potentially affect even some white collar jobs, such as legal assistants and financial advisors. Holy shit. Dude, my accountant, bro. But the thing about my accountant is his last name's Schwartz. I don't know if my AI is going to be Jewish. You get what I mean? That's a big deal for me. Anyways, let's see to what he means by he's lucky, because it's something I kind of think about. Like that AI generated Google thing we just read. Oh, that's way better than I could have ever typed something out. Hands down. I can barely spell. I know. Somebody like me is especially fucked. But let's hear why he's lucky, because this is something that I do think about.
in my head is at least now I have time to prepare because I'm like one of the first people to have this happen to them. Um, and I feel like it's kind of rare to hear people talk about it. And the reason I feel like I should make this video is because I saw someone else talk about it, about losing their graphic design job. Um, and I was just thinking when I first saw that, I was like, that's not going to happen to me. Like, I'll make sure I'm not being made redundant. So I poured in more hours. I tried upskilling. I even took courses on how to write more persuasive. And I thought for a while I was doing pretty good. And it honestly happened in a similar way to the guy who got his graphic design job, like, I guess his position was terminated. Um, it started with me getting like less assignments slowly. So
Before he keeps going, a lot of this kind of you might be watching this going, well, some of these are just kind of bullshit jobs. Like maybe you think what I'm doing here, it's a bullshit job, right? Just a dude talking, basically doing radio and TV. Realistically, not that important. Okay, entertainment purposes, right? But think about accountants, right? Think about how many people sit at a cubicle and just basically email all day. That's all you do. You're just sending out emails, doing some busy work. Bro, I used to work at a law firm. They Ladies would have headphones in, listening to other people talk in a deposition, typing out every word they said. That's basically their entire job all day long. Replaced. That's like this goes deep. It's kind of trippy shit, man. Just saying. Okay, it goes like way deeper than like, oh no, my graphic design job. Which how many people went to school for that for 4 years? That's crazy. They used to be you used to be able to make six figures or like really great money if you got a good graphic design gig, went and worked for like a big brand, clothing brand, surf industry, you could make some fucking money, dude. I guess that's going away.
So I used to have like a lot to do in a week. I would have different articles to either start writing or have to edit someone else's article. And I was always on my feet. And then for the past like 2 weeks, it started slowing down a lot. There was days when I almost got nothing. And that's when I started getting like red flags. Like there was some alarms raising in my head because I was like, this is weird because they usually have me always working. And just today, I hopped onto a meeting with my manager, and I didn't think much about it because I meet with my manager every week. And I was just thought it was going to be like every weekly meeting, and I was going to ask them like, hey, like, what's up? You guys don't have me doing that much work. Like, is there anything else you need me to do? And that's when they told me like, hey, you're not going to be able to work here anymore. And I asked why, and they gave a really vague answer. They said that they just were not needing, they kept repeating, like, we're not in need of your services anymore. We're not in need of your position anymore. So it was not really like, I mean, I wasn't fired, I was laid off. So it was like a position termination. Um, but one thing that pisses me off is they couldn't tell me straight up, you know? I think it would have been a lot more respectful to just tell me, hey, the reason your position is getting terminated isn't because you lack skills. It's because we're moving to AI. And
Yeah, straight up. I mean, I was at a restaurant recently. Maybe I'm late to the party. I put this in a previous video. I recorded it. I had a robot on wheels. I'm not kidding you. A fucking robot brought me my food. Rolled up with like these like cat eyes. It was a rolling robot, maybe about a little bigger than a midget. Just, I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. Yeah. Yeah. So, in other words, you just tell them straight up. Look, dude, the robot can run the food. We no longer need a food runner. The robot can write better than you will ever do. The robot's funnier than you. He's better looking than you. Yeah.
unfortunately, it is tough to say, but humans can't compete with AI. I mean, when you have something that works faster, cheaper, and more efficiently, it's like a no-brainer. Of course, businesses would want to go with AI, you know? And part of me is like really upset, and then another part of me kind of understands. Like business owners, their job is to make money. And I'm not the type of person to hold too much grudges, so I'm just gonna like I'm telling myself like, this wasn't personal at all. And I was always complimented on my work. I always received, praise, and it made me feel like, okay, like my position's really secure. Even if AI becomes like super powerful, there's no way that I'm going to get replaced. But obviously, that didn't end up, or obviously.
Yeah, he goes, here's what I'm doing next. Well, he's probably going to get to that. But like the younger, I'm 35, so this dude's probably in his mid 20s, unless he's my age and just looks way younger than me, which does happen. Um, uh, that's the younger generation, be the first ones. But imagine you're 50, right? I guess you're reaching more towards retirement if you could even do that. But like at least they're kind of, I think what he's getting at is it's happening to him really early in life. So he'll have time to kind of navigate. Before I let him finish, I wonder what he's doing with it. But this guy goes, in 2015, learn how to code, bro. 2025, you're fired. No, dude. He goes, when I started working 20 years ago, there were 20 people working on a project. Then less and less people were required because more people became more skilled in multiple areas. Nowadays, they expect 2 to 3 people to know the work of a whole project team. I think AI, it will only require one person to enter the prompts, test the changes, apply them into production. Yeah, I mean, even like doing what I'm doing now, right? Like I have a second channel. Um, Even if I had AI, well, I've tried AI. I have. It doesn't really work for what I'm doing. Like if you're in construction right now, you can't just have AI come and, you know, it's not really there yet. So I have somebody helping me with my second channel. But we were talking about the AI thing, and I was like, dude, even if I had the I don't have the mental capacity to, because I still am going to have the AI do it. It's not just a simple text on a thing here. So I don't think it's, yeah, it's scary stuff, dude. That's crazy. The point is, something that used to take 10 people to do, it's going to just take one dude. This really hits me because I've been worried about the same thing happening to me. It's not just about losing our jobs, it's about losing purpose and security that comes with it. That's deep shit. I don't even know how we're supposed to keep up when everything's changing so fast. I wish there was more support for people going through this. Stay strong. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of support because it's going to be a lot of people, man. Let's see what he's doing about this, though. I'll leave his information down below. Boy, Rami Intelligence here.
That wasn't true. Um, so moving forward, because I maybe you've seen a video like this, maybe you haven't, but in the next couple months, you're going to start having a lot of these videos being posted, and a lot of people are going to see this. They're going to see like videos of people similar to me losing their jobs, and they probably won't get told why at first. So maybe people are going to be like all confused, and then they're going to realize it's because of AI. And that's because it keeps reaching new and new levels every single day. I'm an AI researcher on the side, and I dive into research papers like every single day. And I read a lot about it. I read about all the updates, and I guess honestly it makes me kind of an idiot because reading all the updates, I should have saw something like this coming. But I was kind of in that bubble where it's like I'm, kind of, I guess it was cocky, you know, thinking that it doesn't matter how advanced it gets, I won't be replaced. But that's obviously not true. So from everything I've read online and the fact that this is happening to me, even though I really believed I was super safe, um, I think that most jobs, at least knowledge-based work, is going to be replaced very, very soon. And a lot of people are going to end up without jobs. And I think the worst part about that is a lot of people are not prepared for something like that because this is a lot different from a normal layoff, right? A normal layoff, you can just go find an equal position at another company. But the issue with this type of layoff, when an AI takes your job, is that that position is going to be terminated at several companies, right? Because let's say company A is.
He's got a big point, man. That's something I've talked about that here. I go in 7 years, am I going to have to just abandon ship and learn a whole new thing? That's kind of what's going to happen to a lot of us. And I don't like it. This is smart, dude. Rami intelligence. I like where he's going. Let's let him close this out here. But it's kind of crazy. I wonder how deep it's going to go. I really do. I'm not happy about it.
It's like, hey, we got a robot to do this for us cheaper and faster. Company B is going to be like, oh shit, I got to do that too. And company C and the whole alphabet, all the companies, they're going to start doing that. And they're going to start replacing their workers because their number one priority is making money. You know, they don't have time to just cater to their employees, which really sucks. You know, maybe a while back, probably way before I was born, employers really cared about their employees, and there was stuff like pension, but that's not happening anymore. I think people have gotten greedier.
He goes, maybe before I was born. Yeah. You don't have to pay the AI. You don't need a pension, bro.
And now the only thing that matters is money. So
Unfortunately.
my plan moving forward is I'm going to continue upskilling. I'm going to keep learning new things. And I'm going to look for things that make me non-redundant. But most importantly is I'm going to start my own business, and I'm going to make sure that no one has the power to lay me off ever again. Because it is very dehumanizing, especially since you're not losing your job to another human, or you're not losing your job because the company's shutting down. You're losing your job to a robot. A robot. Like you would think a human life matters a lot more than a robot, but
Damn, that's the lowest of the low. I'm gonna leave his info down below. Great video. That's insane. Wow. This guy goes, wait, right here. My 2 cents. Started business in the trades and scale. Plumbing, electrical, etc. Yeah, I think every plumber, every blue collar guy who's underpaid right now, give it 5-10 years, you probably will not be. Like this comment right here. He goes, your YouTube will pop, bro. Keep going. Yeah, right now we're in the golden age of people just trying to figure it out. They're coming here. I did it. You know what I mean? I'm doing it. But I know that in the next 5 years, what I'm doing here, it's going to be good luck, dude. That's my personal opinion. I think it's going to get exponentially hard for me, even. How long are people going to watch me and my shenanigans? Anyways, hell of a talk. I'll leave this guy's information down below. I think most people are going to have to do something. That's great advice. You're going to have to do something. I do think a lot of people, though, are going to have to, whether it's good or bad, you might have to do your own thing, whether you want to or not. A lot of people are going to have to figure some shit out. Even me, I might be subjective to this. I might have to, who knows? I don't know. This is right now. Like, my future is as uncertain as most of yours, who is doing stuff like him. Medial task, internet jobs, a lot of white collar work. I feel like the tradesmen probably pretty safe. You know how you hear that shit about, like, oh, even truckers. I'm sorry, dude, but I'm not getting in a fucking Uber. If it's no way. A self-driving Uber, I will never do it. I'm good. I'm good. That's on you. You can do that. That's us choosing to go, okay, yeah. That's us asking for it. That's what that is. So I think there is a way to kind of push back. But this is something that I do think about, where I go, oh, man, I got to really milk this video shit for all it's worth. I got to, I don't know, man. You guys leave your thoughts. Anyway, shout out to this dude. I'll leave his info down below. I'm going to give him is he even posting? Let me see if he's posting. Because if he's not posting, I'm not going to. 2 weeks ago. I'll check back on him, see how he's doing. But check his channel out, or don't. Shout out to everybody who bought a shirt, the RLP Classic. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Crazy stuff.